Hey everyone, my name is Susanna. I previously posted up a few videos when I first had my cervical disc replacement surgery back in July of 2017. For those of you who don't know, I maybe had 1 day post-surgery, 2 day post-surgery, 2 weeks post-surgery video that was uploaded previously, but I have not posted anything since then, although I meant to. And now that it's been almost 1 year, 9 months, almost nearing even 1 year and 10 months, a little shy under 2 years post-surgery, I thought I'd just make a video for everyone to see how I'm doing now and some questions I wanted to address that I've seen in the comments regarding my surgery. So one question, or some questions that I've commonly seen, were regarding what I can do versus what I couldn't do before the surgery. So one thing I want to advise is I will be truthful and tell you that I won't ever, at least for me, I don't think you can ever be at 100% after getting surgery. But I always say that it at least beats what your quality of life may be like, or may have been like before you elected to get surgery. So for someone like me, I already had symptoms where I was losing feeling in my left hand, in my fingers. I couldn't lift things. I started dropping objects. I was getting tingling, numbness, a lot of pain. And I was previously warned by my surgeon and another neurologist that my left arm would have been paralyzed further down the road if I didn't get surgery. So for someone like me, comparing that to the quality of life I have now, even though it may not be 100%, that I'd take that over what I was experiencing any day. So before the surgery, I couldn't really even write for long periods of time. I couldn't write, I couldn't drive. I couldn't use a computer for long periods of time, or drive without getting pain. Now that it's been almost 2 years after my surgery, I am able to attend my classes now and not have too much of a problem when I'm taking down notes, writing them down by hand. But I must say that after a few hours of sitting in classes, my neck I still get pain. So I'm not gonna say that the pain will ever go away, at least in my case, but it has dramatically decreased. I can write now without an issue for the most part, as long as I'm not writing, let's say, like 20 pages, right? I could write 5, 10, 15 pages of notes and it's okay, versus before I couldn't even write maybe even 2 pages without me having pain. Let's see, what else can I address? So for mobility and flexibility, I elected to get the disc replacement instead of a fusion, knowing that I would have more flexibility and range of movement than a person who underwent a fusion would. I could do Pilates and yoga. I don't go anymore, but I was going to Pilates a lot and doing yoga. I don't have much of a problem with that. But I do want to say that there are some movements that I can't do anymore, like let's say bending my neck too far back, looking too much to looking left and right is not a problem. Just bending back is really my main issue. But that doesn't really hinder me from doing my daily activities. But as far as yoga poses or Pilates, yes, I can't do what I would have been able to do before, let's say even before my injury. For my scar, as you can see, it's still there. It's not too bad looking anymore, but it's pretty obvious. Whenever I meet new people, they sometimes will flat out ask me like, what's that scar doing? Or how did you get that scar? You know, so it's pretty noticeable. It's gonna be there with me for quite some time. I don't know if it's ever gonna go away. It might be different for some other people. Maybe your scar might fade out. Mine's just never did. Despite me using sunblock and trying different things to heal the scar. So yeah, it's still there. Let me see. Oh, so here's another thing I wanted to address. Maybe this, you know, you might find this helpful, maybe you might not. So what are some exercises or things that I did to help me improve on my recovery process? Because even half a year post-surgery, after going to PT still, I wasn't doing too much better, honestly. I would probably say that Pilates really, really helped because it forced me to work on my flexibility, but not at a point where I would strain myself. So I think that really helped me going to Pilates every week for a year. And I also did cycling classes. I think that really helped too, because when I first got out of surgery and was sedentary for 3 months, I had gained a considerable amount of weight, and it took me like almost a year to lose all the weight that I essentially gained. And I had to change my workout regimen completely. And I still have to modify a lot of things that I do now when I'm working out to accommodate my physical limitations. But that's not to say that I can't do anything. I just have to approach things a lot more differently now. So I did a lot of Pilates, yoga. I think cycling really helped. I did a lot of free. I didn't use machines as much anymore. So instead of, let's say, me using the chest press or the triceps dip, sorry,